Hey, it's Daniel Mumba O'Doy here, and I'm a travel content creator based in Australia. I've just come back from an amazing trip to Peru and Bolivia. And in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you my best money smart tips for when you're traveling in South America. All right, probably don't need this. I'm gonna be breaking down my money smart tips in 3 sections. Number 1, what to do before your trip. Number 2, what to do during your trip. And number 3, what to do after your trip. Before we get started, it's probably worth rewinding a moment and just understanding what is currency exchange. Quite simply, it's the process of converting one currency to another currency. And when you exchange currency, it's really important to keep in mind the rates and fees and charges that will be involved in the process to make sure, as they say, you're getting the most bang for your buck. It's also crucial that you research and know the currency or the currencies of the places and destinations you're going to be traveling to. And on top of that, making sure that you've got enough money to last the entirety of your trip and some. One of the best ways to do this is creating a budget, an estimate of how much you're going to be spending on your experiences, on food, on accommodation. And fortunately, there's an amazing holiday budget planner tool you can access on the Travel Money Oz website to get a better idea of how much you should be putting aside for your travels. I chose to do my foreign currency exchange with Travel Money Oz for 3 simple reasons. Number 1, they stock over 60 global currencies. That's part of their cash commitment guarantee to always have their top currencies in stock. Now, for less common currencies, such as the Peruvian sol, I'd recommend pre-ordering it from your local store so they can make sure they have it ready for you. Secondly, there's no hidden charges. I really appreciate transparency and being upfront and not having to read through terms and conditions and hidden fees. They offer a best price guarantee, which means if you find a better rate elsewhere, they'll beat it. Plus, their rate move guarantee means that if you purchase foreign currency in store and the retail exchange rate improves within 14 days, you'll get the difference. Third, their entire team is made of passionate travel experts. They're in the business of travel, and they are genuinely some of the friendliest people I've met. I got to meet Rebecca from the Brisbane Maya Centre team, who not only helped me get sorted with the cash that I needed for my trip, but as a first timer ever traveling to these countries and ever having to deal with large sums of cash, she really brought me at ease and peace of understanding the best way to go about it. In fact, I'll even be passing on some of the tips that she shared with me in this video. So kicking things off with before you travel overseas. So at this stage, you've already researched which currencies you need, and you've got a rough idea or budget of how much you're gonna need for your trip. The next step is to locate your closest Travel Money kiosk. Living here in Brisbane, my nearest one was about a 10 to 15 minute drive from where I live.
I'm a couple of weeks out from my trip, so it's important, especially when it comes to currency, to make sure that you get it sorted well before you actually go. I'm going to be heading down to the store today, saying good day to the team, purchasing 2 of the main currencies. As I'm going to be in South America, specifically Peru and Bolivia, a lot of South American countries are very cash heavy, and USD tends to be the common denomination in which they're exchanging. Also recently added the Peruvian currency for the gratuities and tips that I'm going to be providing to the porters, the chefs, and those that are supporting us on the classic Incan trails. It's going to be really nice if I feel I can gift it in their actual local currency.
Just then finished up with Rebecca from the Brisbane Maya Centre Travel Money Oz store. Super helpful, really talked me through the entire process of managing both currencies and navigating them specifically in cash-heavy countries. Now, I think what's been the coolest is that I received 2 separate envelopes, you can see right here. So it split my currency into the US dollars that I've withdrawn as well as the Peruvian sol. That way, I now know, at least when going abroad, I've got some secure parcels where I can split the currency out. The moral of this story is get all your money sorted before you go overseas. That'll help you out and give you peace of mind. I'm feeling great right now that I've got it all sorted. Massive shout out to Rebecca who helped me out today. Make sure that if you've got any questions, the team are all travelers. They love travel. They're doing it for travel. So they're the best in the business to help you out. Now, speaking of backups and planning for emergencies, that leads me to my second money smart tip of what you should do before your trip. Get yourself a Travel Money currency pass. You can load up to 10 currencies on this card. You have the peace of mind that you'll be accessing the best exchange rate when you have a transaction using that card. And best of all, you can manage it abroad on your smartphone by downloading the Travel Money app. So that way, if you run low of cash and you need to use your card for a transaction, or you'd like to withdraw more cash, you've got another option there with you. All right, my friend, time to take you on my trip to Peru and Bolivia, and I'll guide you through the next money smart tips of what to do while traveling in South America. traveling with a tour guide or with locals or with friends that live there, it's best to ask their recommendation to help them take you to currency exchanges or banks that are offering competitive currency exchange rates. Fortunately, our tour leader helped guide our group to where the official currency exchange houses and banks were situated. Thankfully, because he knew Spanish better than us and was more of a local than we were, he was able to find the most competitive rate for us where we could get the most Peruvian sol for the US dollars that we had. Often at airports, hotels, or restaurants, they'll include hidden fees or markups if you try and exchange your US dollars for the local currency. So if ever in doubt, ask a local or research on where you can find currency exchanges or banks wherever you may be traveling in South America. When we crossed the border from Peru to Bolivia, our tour leader helped us locate a trusted currency exchange house to change our remaining Peruvian sol into Bolivian Boliviano, which helped us find our feet on the first day until we could go to an ATM to withdraw more of the local currency. Now, as I touched on earlier, there may be times when you're going to be using your Travel Money Currency Pass card. And this is a tip that Rebecca from the Travel Money team left with me. If you're ever opting to select which currency to pay in, always select the local currency. Now, at times, merchants or retailers may offer the option for you to pay in your own currency, but what they often may not tell you is that they may include hidden charges or markups. So don't be tempted, always opt to choose the local currency to pay in, and that way you'll be exchanging at the best rate that Travel Money can provide. So that leads me to the third and final part of my Money Smart tips. When you get back home, you can sell any outstanding currency back to the Travel Money team.
All right, so we're back in Brisbane after an absolute whirlwind of a trip in South America, finishing up the sacred land of the Incas. I'm just going to be walking at the moment. I'm going to exchange some leftover USD as well as some Peruvian sol.
And what was really convenient is that I could either nominate to receive that currency in Australian dollars in cash, or I could nominate my Australian bank for the money to be transferred. And in a few days later, the funds were in my bank account. Also, if you have a lot of coins left over from your trip, you can donate them to UNICEF at your Travel Money kiosk. Travel Money Australia has donated over $300,000 to UNICEF projects globally through coins that have been returned from travelers. That's an amazing way to pay it forward and help money going to those in need. And finally, back to our card. Well, if you have any leftover currency on that, you've got two options. One, you can withdraw it. For a flat fee of $10, the money will return to a nominated bank account for you to use as Australian dollars. Or you can use the card just as you would wherever EFTPOS is accepted. So if you want to use it on the groceries or a night out, your card will work that way and you can run the balance down to zero. The choice is yours. All right, my friend, I hope you're feeling a lot more confident about how to be money smart when you're traveling in South America. And if you've already been to South America, I'd love to hear your money smart tips in the comments below. That's all from me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and I'll talk to you soon.